Hey everybody. I wanted to do this video all day today, but I'm kind of like starting off late. It's like 1:13 in the morning. But I wanted to get it done cuz it was like on my to-do list today and I wanted to make sure I got everything done. I'm a little bit behind on everything and I'm still up because I actually slept for a very long time today. Might not seem like a long time to people, but for me, it was a long time. Me and my daughter maybe laid down about 4:30, and we didn't get up till like 8:30. So that was a long time for me. I usually don't let her take late naps, but she had taken a very short, afternoon nap, and she was super cranky, and I was tired. So I was like, okay, well, we'll go lay down. And if she wanted to take a 30-minute nap, that was fine. Her daddy was home, he would deal with her. So I set an alarm because I had a 6 o'clock conference call, and I set an alarm to get up for the conference call, but I left my phone upstairs so I didn't hear the alarm. So we slept for a long time. So hence the reason why I'm still up. Figured I'll just go ahead and get everything done while I'm up. So, but the reason mainly for this video is the pandemic and the virus and the scare and everything else going on with the world right now. I know it could be a little bit scary, but the scariest thing for me is how people can be selfish and inconsiderate. I'm looking at the fact that toilet tissues are gone, Clorox wipes, just little things, even baby wipes, like pads, everything was literally gone off the shelf. And I also saw a posting somewhere where a nurse actually works nights, and by the time she got off work, there was nothing left. And right now, it seemed like people were so selfish that they store in their house that it's not enough left for people that actually need it. Like, for instance, the whole hand sanitizer and Clorox wipe situation, people had bought, and thought about just themselves, that now hospitals and medical facilities that actually are in need of all these items. I know that we're all scared, and I know that everybody's nervous, and we don't know how long we're going to be home for. But I don't think that we'll ever be put in a situation where, we don't have the things that we need. So I think all this excessive buying is just ridiculous. Like, yeah, we shop for our family, but we are, two families in a home with 4 children. So and then plus, four of us have sickle cell. So we had to make sure that not only did we have medication, we had the proper food, poop medicine, we just had to make sure that we have all the essentials that we need, because it's also important right now that if you're a person suffering with a chronic illness, that you stay out of the hospital. So we are trying everything possibly that we can to keep everyone out of the hospital and to keep everybody at home. And that's something that has been difficult because you have to literally stay away from stress, the cold, pollen, all this, etc. stuff. And recently, everyone in the house had a cold. So that was also something that we had to be like kind of self-conscious and kind of try to control, so that it doesn't get out of hand for any of us. So, in saying that, I'm just saying, like, people really need to be self-conscious. Like, I understand that we are scared with everything going on, but really we need to just consider everyone else. I've heard like some schools and some churches in certain places donating, what they have, and donating to medical facilities or hospitals or whatever the case is. And I think some people that stored excessively at home need to do the same thing. Like, we don't have an excessive, I think we have maybe one big tube of hand sanitizer at home. We might have like 3 Clorox wipes. It's just, we just had the necessity. If things do go longer than expected, then there are ways that you can make things at home to sanitize. Or, even if you're just home, you don't need to sanitize and, use the hand sanitizers or to use the Clorox wipe. That while you're in the house, you're clean. So it's not like someone already has a germ and you have to constantly keep wiping it off. No, these are for people that are going outside and in, and whatever the case is. It's not for people that are quarantined at home, unless you're, unless you do have the virus or a virus and you're just trying to wipe down and make sure that, don't leave anything behind for anyone else. But I don't think that people, all the panic and all these sickness, I don't think that is necessary. Also another thing that I think about is how this is a time for, if you're a believer, that you spend time with God and time praying. God might be trying to show us that, we spend too much time idolizing and spending too much time on other things, like, spend at the salon or at work or with your friends or at the club, that we don't spend enough time with family or with ourselves, or to self-reflect. So this is the time for people to really sit and self-reflect, spend time with family, get to know your family again, get to love your family, get to do things together in the house, whether it's playing games, reading books, writing books together, whatever the case is. Just try to find something to do with your family and self-reflect on yourself, and how you have being distant from God, and the things that you need to do to make things better. And it's also a good way to show us how to juggle family and work, because sometimes we work, that we lose track of family and what it's like to spend time together. That now that we're all being quarantined together, in the home, that we're just like, oh my God, I'm so tired, they're getting on my nerves, I'm so ready to go, da 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 da. But it's because you don't spend enough time in the home with your family to realize that these are the things that really shouldn't bother you. Being at home and spending a long period of quarantine time with your family shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't bother you, but because we're not home enough and we don't spend the time enough, and, we're not used to doing those things, it's kind of an annoyance for us. But instead of it being an annoyance, we need to spend the time to get to know, the family, and get to do learn to be together for a long period, extensive, long time. Like even now, I see people that are home and they're buying TVs to, have a TV in each room, or they're buying video games, or, spending time on their phones or whatever, and which is fine. But the thing is, we still also have to learn the ways to do things without electricity and without internet, because we don't know, anything can happen. I'm not even talking about this whole pandemic. I'm just saying anything in general can happen. It could be a situation where we won't have any lights and we won't have any internet. And in that case, what are we going to do? So we losing our mind now. Situations could always be worse. So that's why I say be grateful for the little situation that we're in, because things could always be worse. And lastly, I want to say, for my sickle cell family, I know that, we're all kind of like, I have things to do. I have to do this. I have to do that. But really right now, if you do not have to be out there, you stay away. Even the hematologists are saying that, appointments right now, unless there's a dire need, you don't need to come in. Same as they're trying to avoid people from going to the emergency room. So if you're not feeling well, they're recommending that you call them first to see if a clinic or something, more easily accessible is available. Because as a sickle cell patient, if you're in a crisis, you're not want to go through the screening that they have at the hospital right now. It takes a while to get into the emergency room. And when you do get into the emergency room, there's a chance that somebody might be in there with, a germ or a virus or just anything that you can catch. So it's already a risk for us to go into, hospital emergency room setting. So have to think about now with all this going on, like it's even a bigger risk. So I say, if you don't have to be out there, don't go out there. I haven't been out personally except when it first started happening, which I went out grocery shopping and stuff like that. But recently, last week I had a doctor's appointment, which was a very important appointment with my gynecologist. Like, it had to be done. And they wanted me to come in at 12 for labs, stick around till 3 o'clock to see the doctor. So when I got in there, I was like, I am so sorry. I don't think I'm going to be able to stick around. Can we just do the lab? And I need to get out of here because A, I'm not feeling well. B, my doctor had recommended that I not be out so much. So they said, well, yeah, go ahead and have the lab done. We'll talk to the doctor and we'll let you know what the doctor says when you come out the lab. And I thought it was so amazing that the doctor actually came out before I even went into the lab to talk to me. And he said, you know what? I understand. He was like, what we can do is you go ahead and have your lab done. I can call you on the phone and give you the results. If, if the result is this, I might need you to come back to get the shot. But if not, we can discuss everything over the phone. But I absolutely agree with you. You don't need to be here. You don't need to stick around, till 3 o'clock. It's not really a safe place for you to be in. So I am okay with that. You can go ahead and leave. So I was like, well, great. At least he's understanding. So I had my blood test. I left. He called and gave me the results and everything. And since then, I haven't really left the house other than maybe walk in the neighborhood or sit outside on the patio, which is fine. Like if you need sunlight, which is recommended, like you can do that. You can go for walks in your neighborhood. You can sit on the patio. There's several gyms and instructors giving free lessons, exercise or yoga or whatever you're into, lessons online that you can do, and you can do it with your family and friends. Like I've realized that the kids love doing it, even though some of the stuff is a little hard for them, but they still try because it's something, to do, something interesting, something exciting. I might actually record a video of us trying to do some exercising, and it's really funny because it's so hard to get children to wash their hands. Like it's a very, very difficult task. But what I did is, so this was before school was closed. I had went into the uniform store and I saw a pen, which is interesting. I'm going to show it to you guys. So I saw a pen and I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. So I brought it home. And when I brought it home, I told the kids, I said, every day when you come home from school, you have to wash your hands because there's a germ that's going around. You have to wash your hands. And if you don't wash your hands, frequently when you come in from the outside, Auntie Simba has the vaccine, and the vaccine is going to prevent you from getting the virus if you don't wash your hand. So anytime you come from the outside and you forget to wash your hand, I'm going to have to give you the vaccine. So I said, well, I have the vaccine here. I'm going to show you so you guys can know what it felt like. So you can know what it's like and how big the shot is. So whenever you don't wash your hand when you come from outside, I'm going to give you the vaccine. So I showed it to them like this, right? And I didn't get too close. I just showed it like real quick. So since then, they've been washing their hands. And if someone comes in and, proceeds to go somewhere else, one of the other kids will say, hey, you didn't wash your hand. You're going to get the shot. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Let me go wash my hand. So it's really hilarious to see them like always rushing to wash their hand because they don't want to get the vaccine, which is just a pen. And it's funny because one of the kids, asked me and said, let me see it. Let me get a closer look. Can I look at the needle that you're going to use to stick us? And And I was like, no, this only comes out if you don't wash your hand. The day that you don't wash your hand when you come from the outside, then you can get to see it in your arm giving you a shot. And since then, they have been like literally washing their hands. So I thought it was hilarious. Kids, like, they're funny. But I think they're going to be on to me soon. But still, at least I got them in the habit of washing your hands when you come in from the outside. Like now they even wash their hands before, after they eat. Like they usually always wash their hands before they eat. But now they wash after, which is even better. And they always wash, like they can go outside for 2 seconds. When they come back in, they'll wash their hands. We're actually even running out of soap because they wash their hands so much now. But I'd rather have that. I'm grateful for that. So I just wanted to touch base on it, and just I hope that everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody's keeping their sanity. I hope everything is going good. I am about to get back to this meal. I just wanted to make sure that I do this quick video. I'm actually going to hopefully be able to do more videos since we're being quarantined. I hate that my day just got away from me. I missed a conference call. Like, I missed so much stuff today. But I was really, really extremely tired. Like, it is so difficult dealing with, like, what do they call infants? Because she's 9 months. She's going to be a year soon. So it's, I guess people say it's going to get worse because she's going to be wanting to walk and touch stuff. And you're going to be like, stop it. But I feel like now I have to tell her that, don't touch that. Stop it. Don't put that in your mouth. And she's so funny. Like, she's always like trying to talk back to me. And somehow we understand each other's language. But I'm going to get back to the meal, and I'm going to do more videos, and kind of, it's so much topic that I have to talk about. But it's like I never get quiet time to just sit and talk like this. So maybe I'll take more long daytime naps if she allows me to. And I'll be able to be up at night and do a video. So I'm going to get back to my yam and egg, and a lot of people won't know about this unless you're Nigerian or know a lot of Nigerians and hang out with them and stuff. But one of my girlfriends loved this. Like, my brother made it while she was here one day, and now she loves it, and she's always looking for an African store to go get it. But I'm about to get back to it. But I hope you guys like the video. I hope you share, you subscribe. I want to do more things interactive with people. So if there's anybody that, you know, kind of want to do a video together or something, send me an email, comment below, let me know. But I will check with you guys later, and I hope you guys stay safe. Stay safe. Very important. Make sure that you stay safe. Make sure that you ration out those food, and make sure that you spend those time with your family, spend those time reflecting, and spend those time with God. So I'll check with you guys later. Have a good morning.